Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlickers, shills, debt slicers, peasants, vassals, jesters, clowns, comedians, actors. I'm a useful idiot. Welcome. And today I want to talk about Robin Williams. And as you would suspect, at least my regulars, I have a different angle on this. And that is that when you take a creative comic genius, the likes of Robin Williams, then there's a certain kind of baggage that's going to go with this. And we've seen this formula repeated over and over again with true artists. And there's only a few artists who actually function in the entertainment industry. Generally speaking, from my perspective, there's a huge separation between entertainers and artists, and it really chaps my ass when those who are entertainers discuss themselves as artists. Certainly there's a craft to what they do. One cannot confuse necessarily art and craft, even though they intermingle. But so I look at the work of Robin Williams over the years, and incidentally, I'm from the era when he achieved popularity with the television show Mork and Mindy. And I never really was a fan of that show. I became a fan after seeing some of his film work, and one of his earliest works was Seize the Day, Saul Bellow film, or Saul Bellow novel story about a man who is desperate in his life, groveling for money from his father, and it's one of the most heart-wrenching performances I've seen by anybody. And I think that's kind of the secret behind people like Robin Williams and some of these other tragic comedians, is this pathos and struggle behind the scenes. And Robin Williams was certainly no exception. No matter when you see him and what kind of ridiculous, gleeful act he was in the middle of, there was still always a sadness in his eyes. And I think that that is very telling. And I've read a number of articles about his personal demons and his struggles, and substance abuse. Certainly when you have those kind of demons, goes along with the package. A lot of people confuse the substance abuse for being the demon in itself, but it's only a medication for the actual demons. And that's why I say, if people don't understand what kind of struggle somebody like Robin Williams would go through, then don't try and understand, because the spectacle now of the media talking about suicide in broad strokes, when this is a very personal act, certainly for the likes of Robin Williams, and the fact that they want to talk about more tragic stars for sensationalism. And of course now Robin Williams will be all the more of a legend than he already was, and this will clinch it. And in some sad way, that's something that Robin Williams might have considered in light of all his other, in the context of his other struggles. It would seem that the idea of cementing a legend by this last desperate act cannot be ruled out. And I personally, I have a lot of respect for all artists who have these struggles, because many of the greats seem to share those traits. And like I say, they seem to go hand in hand. And I have a personal relating to those type of issues. And so I understand these things, and I think that people should focus in on the personal nature of it, and not their own tragic loss, which is a loss for everyone, but just the pain that Robin Williams was facing. And I speculated, only to have some of my speculations clarified in some articles I read today, that Robin Williams, of course, had concerns about a lot of the work he'd done. And I don't really blame him when you look at what a head start he got as a very naturally gifted young actor, and someone who had a mentor with similar demons as him, Jonathan Winters, and took improv to new levels. He spoke about taking cocaine because it didn't speed him up, it slowed him down. And that's another sign that there was something peculiar and different and amazing about Robin Williams, is that he could never turn it off. Every performance you see of him is fully turned on. And only in poignant scenes from different movies where he was able to dip into that deep well of emotional struggles within him and bring them out in a multitude of films. And certainly one of my favorites, because it's a Terry Gilliam film, is Robin Williams and the Fisher King, where he got to explore an incredible wide spectrum of everything that Robin Williams had to offer. And I hope that everybody takes the time, rather than wallow in the media exploitation, takes the time to explore some more of Robin Williams' work and get a better grip about the breadth and depth of the material he actually did for movies like Seize the Day and 1 Hour Photo and The Fisher King, as well as a lot of his improv work and his early comedic work where he was actually used a fair amount of profanity. And so he's gone through a wide spectrum of different things over the years. But like I say, the epitome of the sad clown, like so many of these tragic comedians. So my hat's off to Robin Williams. Like I say, I'm not one for accolades on entertainers per se, but there was a genius and a brilliance underneath a lot of Robin Williams' more superficial work, and these wonderful glimpses of his total brilliance that certainly deserves my respect and anybody else. And I hope I couched it in the kind of terms that will make people think a little bit more deeply about what he offered humanity. Robin Williams, you will be missed. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.